lighten those chemicals and release those chemicals, and we don't even understand the chemicals. Like, we literally didn't know what they were until, like, social media, like, destroyed humanity. So, more good news, y'all, more good news. Because we're not a professional, okay? We're not a professional. We don't do this professionally. You see this? That's not professional. That's not professional. That's probably illegal. like driving, for example. You know? Like, there's so much that we could comment on. Like, just driving. And just looking at shit and thinking about the stuff I'm thinking about. And I wonder, are people just not thinking? Do people get sucked into all this technical shit because they're just not thinking about anything? They're not reflecting on their life? Is that why the phones are so addictive? Because I know that there's like stuff on these websites that's more philosophical. There's plenty of content on YouTube that's philosophical. There's plenty of stuff that you can look up to teach you things. I mean, that's still there. That didn't go away. All because it's become more saturated. You just have to try harder to find it. You have to be really patient, especially with all this over-commercialization. But, that's been more and more of a thing. Because they want to prove, like, what this place is all about. They want to show us what they're really doing to see if we change our behavior. And sadly, most people won't change their behavior. So, when the smartphones came out, I was like, they're trying to alter everybody. They ain't gonna alter me. Fuck that shit. I'll alter myself. But I hate how, like, we are the product of our culture. We're always being shape-shifted by different things in the world that are happening. And a part of that's really healthy. But another part of it, it makes me sick to my stomach because, I don't want to be contorted in every which way to adhere to some bullshit in our society that they're pushing, So, that's the main reason I still have a flip phone, because the whole thing kind of pisses me off, I get really pissed off when I think about it. And now that it's proven to be an experiment, now that they're proving that I was right this whole time, not that I give a fuck about that, but I have to stress. I have to, damn it, I have to. I might as well. Well, it's like now that they're proving that it was an experiment the whole time, it's like there are people that are leaving. There are people that are going, I don't want to do this anymore. But not enough people. And I think that the level of black pill material, the level of despair, the level of like gloom and doom and hopelessness and all that shit, it's like hold on one second. I don't want to get killed. Ooh, somebody's smoking a cigarette. I can smell it. I can smell it. It's a beautiful smell. It reminds me of the 80s. Go. We did it. We did it. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I singing? I don't know. Think out. I was talking about change. I was talking about how everybody just went along with things that are their detriment, to their detriment. I can gaslight myself, but only for so long. I can gaslight myself for a very short period of time. Experiment that I'm always performing on myself. Well, I know all about it, so I'm sure that changes the results. The fact that I have knowledge of what I'm doing, right? Everything is an experiment. Is an experiment. It's true. I was going to repeat that. Yeah. Like, whether it's an experiment being performed by God, see, that's what I choose to focus on. So when I think about shit that they're doing, like the education system and the political system and the weather system, you know, all that. When I think about stuff like that, I need to remind myself that God's still in control. And if God's still in control, then the God that is in me can change that outcome. Is that crazy? Is that crazy for me to think that? Well, it's all gossip, you know? It's all gossip. Like, literally every single thing is gossip. They're fucking with people's lives. And it's funny to them. Any way you look at it. Most people look at it from the political lens. You know that we look at it from the conspiratorial lens. But either way, if you can remember that you are in your own separate experiment and you are having your own separate thing. I mean, yeah, you're part of this. You're part of the world. You're part of... You're part of this crapshoot. I don't like thinking like that. I don't... It's like, it disgusts me to even be reminded that I'm part of this thing. You know? Because I don't want to be. A lot of the time. I just want to crawl back into bed. And I'm not wrong for that. I'm not wrong to not want to do this. But I am wrong if I stop doing it. You know? At least I know that.